So yes, we're back from Gen Con. Some of us feeling better than others. So sleep deprived, but and stressed out, but phenomenal con.
It was.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
It was a blast.
Lots of highlights, lots of stuff to talk about. But first, before we get into all that fun jazz, let's talk about what we're doing today.
We are going to be painting some Starfinder miniatures by Ninja Division.
What?
Which are actually the licensed Starfinder miniatures for the game that Paizo put out and sold out of the first day at Gen Con.
They sold all the miniatures? Actually,
they sold out of the core rulebook.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Yes, it was actually within half of the first day, if I recall correctly. It was by about 3 or 4 p.m. Gone for the entire convention.
Yeah, so that was kind of crazy because that first day, the crowd just rushed right in.
It was pretty stupid.
Yeah, it was insane.
It was pretty dumb. I'm glad that we have our copies so we didn't have to murk somebody.
Right?
Because it was a madhouse on day one. A lot of lines at the conventions were ridiculous. I know Fantasy Flight had 1,700 people in their line.
It's crazy.
It was ridiculous. So, and I try to avoid staying in as many lines as possible in general. So yeah. Good times, lots of highlights, lots of cool stuff. So, but Starfinder. So we're working on these miniatures today. I'm not sure. What am I working on here? I'm going to be working on the iconic android operative. Is going to be the first one that I do. And the other one that I'm working on is the iconic... Kasatha Solarian, the one with the 4 arms. So those are the 2 that I'm going to be working on. What do you got over there, Rick? What are you working on?
Okay, I'm working on the the one ship that came out with, the Sunrise Maiden, which is one of the ships that is a focus to the first adventure path.
Okay.
All right, so this will be a part of that. And then I'm also working on the Soki mechanic with Drone. It's Quig and Drone is the character's name, because these are the iconic characters that are already in the books as far as the illustrations. So
mine's Eltronus and Isef. Those are the 2 characters that I'm doing, the iconic characters from the actual Starfinder rulebook. So if you manage to get a hold of the Starfinder rulebook while at Gen Con, congratulations. I hope you all are enjoying the book. It's big, it's beautiful, it's got a lot of cool stuff. I'm super excited to actually play it. Hopefully I can lock that down pretty soon. We can actually figure things out. That would be nice.
I think that's right.
As do I. So we're going to get right into it and start painting these models up. But before we begin, we took a week off. How are you guys? What's going on with you? How's everybody out there in TV land? Are you up and running over there, Rick, at all? Or?
Yeah, let's see if anybody's actually watching us as of yet. I don't think.
I'm sure maybe the people on our core group might
I think our regs,
watching, so, yeah.
Our regs are watching, I'm sure.
Love them rigs.
The regulars.
Love them rigs.
All right.
So yeah, what's been going on? We took a week off. Haven't talked to you guys in a week. Hopefully you got some painting done, got some gaming in, all that fun jazz. Like I said, we're still kind of recovering from the con itself. Some better than others.
Yeah. I woke up this morning coughing and I had some fluid in my lungs. So I really hope it's pneumonia, because that's always the best.
That's good stuff. That is the
And I coughed up like I probably could have filled this up with fluid.
People like to hear that. People like to know the amount that you're spitting up and the color and consistency.
Yeah.
Something that people want to know.
It was clear fluid, so that was good.
Well, that's pretty boring.
Hey, mate, got their copy of Starfinder in the mail Friday. Trevor, welcome back from Gen Con. Thanks, Trevor.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody. We appreciate y'all peeping in on us right there. Tommy, welcome. Dylan. My body is ready. Carl and Josh Yates. What's up, gentlemen? Trevor, Blake is out there. Do the minis come in one piece, or do you have to build them? They do come in one piece, but you still have to glue them to your stands, like the morning dawn or sunrise maiden. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying morning dawn, but the sunrise maiden is the base. What is this right here? A stick. and or a mounting post.
Yeah, like a base stand, yeah.
And then the ship are 3 pieces, and you put that together, and that's it.
So no, so that you don't have to worry about arms or weapons and heads and all that fun jazz. Aside for that situation, they're all single-piece miniatures. You just have to add them to the base or respective base accoutrements and all that fun jazz.
Absolutely. Like the drone, as you can see, has a base peg. Nope. Okay.
No, unplug for a minute.
I'll be right back, everybody.
So yes, ridiculous show. As you can see, we're all kind of reeling from it. For me, some of the big highlights that I got from the show itself. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure all of you were kind of following along at home with not just what exploits that we posted up, but also the stuff that from all the other companies, around the world actually, posting up stuff and all the fun stuff that they're playing, that they're buying, and all the products and all that good stuff. For me, the most memorable time I had and the best time I had was actually getting on the field at Lucas Oil Stadium, playing games right there on the 50-yard line, checking out the museum that they had there. That was all the stuff that kind of stuck out for me, because I don't think that's stuff that they're going to do every year. I think that was kind of a 50th anniversary, blowing it out, doing something that they wouldn't normally do. And it really did. It set the tone, it set the tempo of it, and just made it feel special, because it was a big deal. It was a 50th anniversary. The museum was cool. Like, they had the brochures starting from Gen Con #1 all the way to the current one, which was awesome. A lot of original like D&D artwork and stuff, like from the very, very first editions and stuff like that. So for me, that was the stuff that made it. I've been to a lot of Gen Cons now and played a lot of games. That's kind of, you get a feel of Gen Con. You have your finger on the pulse, and it's always a good time. But for me, that's what kind of made this different. That's what kind of made this one special, was all that kind of cool stuff, all the throwback stuff to the originals and all the stuff that made Gen Con special. So that's what I liked about it. I mean, that and playing a lot of cool games too. Played some cool games.
Lucky.
You know what? It's not all I did.
Test.
What I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to is I actually wanted to do more dealer hall stuff. I just ran out of time. Just did not have the opportunity to do it. I'm not saying I didn't do anything in the dealer hall. I just didn't spend as much time as I usually do there.
Yeah.
That's where you lived.
It is where I lived. I had meetings and pretty much meetings the entire time. And if I wasn't doing meetings, I was walking around with Johnny, who's back there in the...
Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
How are you, Johnny? Oh, there it is. That's Johnny.
There you go, everybody.
Shy Johnny.
And
you guys were filming all over the place.
He was filming. I was just showing him around, and then after about the first 5 minutes, I realized he doesn't need to be shown around.
Nope.
Because
he was running around all over the place.
His background as a wedding videographer definitely pays off, because he got in there and was just shooting stuff. So there's going to be some pretty cool videos coming out. Right. So it was a lot of fun to watch him work. So there was that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share this a couple times, guys.
Yeah.
So we can get some eyes on what we're doing here.
John was basically Jimmy Olsen the entire time. It was fantastic.
And if you all would be so kind as to share it as well into any groups that you think would enjoy this, that would be great. How many classes are there? That's a great question. As far as the miniatures go, they basically did all the iconic characters that you see on the cover of the book and inside, as far as that goes. So we have Raya, who's an iconic Lashunta technomancer, Navashi, an iconic human envoy, and then there is Obozaya, an iconic Vesk soldier. And if you want to see what the Vesk soldier looks like as a miniature, we have it on the little rotator there. So you can see the Vesk or not.
So yeah, we have if you're asking about the RPG, the book itself, you have the envoy, the mechanic, the mystic, the operative, the Solarian, the soldier, and the technomancer. Those are the 7 base classes that you can get when playing Starfinder. And I am really excited to play.
Yeah.
I want to play now. In fact, turn the cameras off. Let's just do it.
Let's just do it. Let's just play.
There it is. Yeah. There she is, Miss America.
So I'm going to go ahead and share this.
Yes, take your time, share it, spread the virus. And I'm going to start putting some paint in these bad boys because I can. So like I said, we were gone for over a week, guys.
Over a week.
So what's everybody out there been doing with their hobby? They've been playing games, been painting miniatures, been building, collecting. What have they been doing? Buying any cool stuff?
It sounds like a lot of people are just makes for a nice big pile of options for customization. That's from Chris Chung. Cannot wait to get my hands on this game. Pickle Rick, what's up? What's the price point look like for them? Okay, so Jacob, the price point on these are about $10 a pop right now. Ninja Division is got it at like a $9.99, I believe it was. Diamond, there's 7 classes. I dig the new system with the classes being built out with the backgrounds. Yeah, that's really cool. So when you say, like, if you want an icon, that person is someone who's a star or used to be a star of some sort in media. So that's kind of cool. Or someone that was like a big war hero, a hero, if you will. Yeah.
I'm a hero.
What about archetypes? Dude, down there are so many archetypes in there. I don't know all of them. I know there's Icon, there's the different ones. Like you picked Bombardier or something, for your vest that you made.
Every class has at least 3 subclasses to choose from, 3. So, or archetypes or what have you. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to choose from. That's at least 3.
Yeah, there's that just for the soldier class.
I want to say there was 5 to 6.
Yeah.
From what I had to choose from. I want to say that
there's a lot of different classes you can choose from for the archetypes, as it were. So you're not just stuck with, a soldier or a fighter.
I'm a soldier.
Right. There's a lot to choose from, and they're all, really cool because they allow you to build a better character background and give you a little bit more character-driven RPing to go with. If you're more of a role player than a rules monger, then it definitely leaves you.
The Technomancer Battle Mage.
The Battle Mage.
It's basically Green Lantern.
Yeah, Green Lantern.
No big deal.
No big deal.
So there's a bunch for each different class. It's crazy what you can do, and I think a lot of it actually is less take these rules to become this archetype and more just do your own thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, $10 isn't too bad of a price point, Trevor.
No.
All right.
Not too shabby. All right, what are we doing here?
All right, the next group, we will put it in the Starfinder organized play group. Hopefully they'll find this interesting.
Doubtful.
I think they will.
Doubtful.
Right.
There's no fun to be had.
So I'm doing Sunrise Maiden miniature and Quig and Drone, who is a Soki mechanic, and he's pretty cool. So I'm just putting the white base coat on the Sunrise Maiden right now. We'll go ahead and pop her up there. I'm using the Army Painter War Paints, and that was with the white, matte white paint, and then I've got some other colors that will go on there to highlight the red and the blues that you see in the on the card. So each miniature is going to come with this little card inside there, and it has like, a little like advert inside of it, but on the back it kind of shows you the paint scheme of said miniature, which is kind of nice. And so I'm gonna try to match it as best I can. So we'll see about it. And then the Soki miniature here, I'm going to try to match it as well. And what's really cool is the drone. So as you know, the drone can be your... One of the things that I thought was going to be pretty cool is if you are an icon, if you take on the RP skin of icon, where you've been a star or a war hero or some sort of media like celebrity, now, or you're like almost like a YouTube or a Twitch guy or girl who's super popular and has a huge following, the drone will follow you around and record your actions while you go out on adventures and broadcast it over like your Twitch, if you will. And your fans and followers will be able to enjoy your adventures.
They care, man.
Yeah, because they do. They want to be invested in that, and you know. So I think that'll be kind of.
Who are you to deny them?
Right, exactly. So I think that's kind of a cool little character type. At the con, did they talk about maybe coming out with deck plans for the ship in the books?
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't see anything either. I wouldn't put it past them to make like a book of ships that will show different floor plans and stuff, but they did not have anything like that while at the show. And like I said, as far as like a lot of the news that came out, kind of missed on that because it was more of a sit down with meetings with the different vendors for me to get them on board to help us with making content for you guys. So yeah, some good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good fight. Good night.
So I'm going to use weapon bronze as the base coat, oddly, for the drone, because if you look at it on the card, it kind of looks like it's metallic.
It does.
So I think I'm going to go with that and then put the highlights on afterwards. Or should maybe even just dry brush it.
I mean, it looks like it's only, the bronze is only in certain areas, like the tips and the middle is what it looks like in that. So let's see what you got.
Yeah, it looks like there might be some metallic silvers on there as well. Let's take a look at the book. Book might have a bigger visual.
Do whatever you want. But I mean, I like the idea of dry brushing. Maybe dry brush the whole thing, a regular metallic first, and then you come back with that on top of those areas.
Okay. All right, let's see where the Sokai is here in the book, just for color references. Okay, no drone. Curses.
It would be under the class.
Under the class, mechanic.
Yep.
All right. Let's take a look.
It's in there. I've seen them.
I've seen them, says he.
But I like how the in this game, your ship and your drones, they actually level up with the character.
Right.
So as you go up in levels, so do they. So they kind of can hang. You know what I mean?
Classes. Sniper.
And if they can't hang, they got no reason being there.
Right? Get out the kitchen. Where are you at? Well, it looks like they do use a lot of metallics in their... I mean, they should. I mean, there it is. Oh, yeah. So it is more of the gunmetal gray and then highlighted with the metallic.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do. Gunmetal gray, then highlight with the metallic bronze, and to give it the copper look. Page 68. Thanks, mate. They're on top of it already. Like, Rick, you're so slow.
God, so stupid.
But it's true. I am a slow page turner.
You're slow in general.
Yeah, that's true as well. All right.
But yeah, I mean, it was a cool show. You met some cool people out there as well, right?
I did. I had the opportunity to sit down and talk with Frank Menzer.
Who's that?
Used to be a member of the TSR family back in the early days, in the 70s and 80s and such. So that was really cool.
Have you ever met him before in person, or
no?
Okay.
I have not. I've seen him like walking about, but I've never had the opportunity to actually say, hey, could we have a moment to speak, please? So that was really cool.
That's cool.
And then I spoke with Larry Elmore a couple of times, which I'm a huge Larry Elmore fan as far as when it comes to art and everything. He's just iconic when it comes to your fantasy D&D art. He's been on so many covers of Dragon. He's been on Dungeon magazine. Interiors on a bunch of stuff as well. Rule books. It's ridiculous. Novels, the Dragonlance novels, the originals there. He was the cover artist for those. So yeah, when you think iconic D&D artist, he's the one that comes to mind for me. Him and Eastleigh. So then I actually also got to do an interview with Peter Atkinson, who is the owner of Gen Con, but also was one of the original founder of Wizards of the Coast. So that was really cool to talk to him about Gen Con 50. It's how it became, why he became involved with it, and where he, bringing it to the 50th anniversary, and all the cool things like the museum and all the other things that were there, and then looking towards the future as to what to see, what Gen Con is going to be, and what he hopes it'll be. So.
Yeah. So I mean, I love the museum. I thought that was a really good idea on their part, and just opening up Lucas Oil Stadium, I thought was just super, super cool. Like I said, it's one of those things that for somebody that's been there a bunch of times now, it's something different and fresh and memorable. I was a fan.
I could tell. Well, you did play D&D on the 50-yard line.
I did,
which is kind of cool.
I did indeed. We played a 13th Warriors D&D game on the 50-yard line. So.
James says we need to be painting up a Sokai. I am painting a Sokai, James. That is the miniature I am painting. That one and the Sunrise Maiden are my two that I'm going to be working on.
Doubt it.
What's up, James?
So when are the miniatures actually go on sale?
That I didn't really get that information from them because they had literally made just enough for Gen Con. So my thought is, fingers crossed for October, but I'll find out for y'all when they are available in stores and let you guys know, so nobody misses out on the beauty that is these miniatures.
It was your only job to talk to people, for God's sakes. Come on. Joking. Not joking.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to work on the drone here a little bit.
It deserves it.
Yes, it does. And the Sokai. The Sokai is a pretty neat little race, that you can, they're like the mechanical rocket raccoons, if you will, of Starfinder.
Gotcha.
So, and apparently they're really good at demolition as well. Not just the mechanics, but also demolition. So.
Well, who isn't?
Right? Well, yeah, it seems like a lot of the races have a proclivity towards demolition.
Almost like that's going to be important.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the other games that I played while I was there, I played in a Star Wars game.
Okay.
And
which one?
And it was a Star Wars RPG.
Okay.
And we were the last last rebels to leave Hoth. Our group was literally the final group of rebels to leave Hoth. So that was pretty funny and pretty interesting. I was really hoping for more of a Rogue One style murder to go on. I wanted all of us to get waxed by Vader. Right. Not the case, unfortunately.
Dang, that would have been
really
cool.
sad. We all survived too, which made me doubly sad. I would have gladly died on Hoth as the last, but no, not the case. But very fun. He did some original things. He basically made some of the stuff into a mini game, which I thought was cool. Something I might implement a little bit more into my games for dramatic purposes. Just kind of adding on some stuff. So no, it was neat.
Cool.
I tried out Blood and Plunder.
Right, the pirate game.
The pirate game
by Firelock.
Firelock. Yep. So that was cool to play with them. I watched a Game of Thrones being demoed.
The Song of Ice and Fire miniature game.
Yep. So I saw that. I didn't get in on it because when I went over there, they said no.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they said it was they had to set up for a big game elsewhere. I understood, and cried myself to sleep.
Yeah, I can see that.
Kind of like Song of Ice and Fire a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of do.
A little bit.
I think it was just because it was you, Kurt, and they just didn't want to let you win.
I don't blame him. I was a scruffy-looking nerf herder, so. And let's see. What else did I actually play?
You played some sort of Star Trek simulator, right?
I did. I played the Artemis Bridge Simulator that you can download on Steam. You get a LAN party together, and everybody has a role on the bridge of a Star Trek vessel, and you fly around and mostly antagonize other ships until they get angry, and then you shoot them.
Okay.
Might not be how you're supposed to play it, but that's certainly
maybe.
how our group played it. Certainly how we played it.
That's funny.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Well, you also said that you had a group that was a mixed bag of
it was,
a couple of you,
it was
your group.
It was my group, and then
kids
two younger chaps.
Yeah.
That really should not be put in front of a military vessel's combat controls. You know, shooting nukes while your fighter is right next to him, kind of situation. Not good.
Okay. Yeah.
Not good.
Not good. Yeah, I can see that.
Not good, but fun still. Regardless, it was still a lot of fun.
And is this available?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so that was cool. Trying to think what else I did there. You know, I met some people also. Did my rounds of shaking hands and kissing babies.
Right.
Not 4 full days worth.
Yeah. And what's so funny is I didn't get to talk to all of the vendors I needed to.
And there's some people I would like to have seen too. Like
and I can't necessarily say 4
I-
days because I left Sunday.
That's true.
early.
I didn't see Josh. I would like to have seen Josh before I left.
Githens?
Yep, I didn't get a chance to stop in and say hello, and that was something I wanted to do.
Yeah,
but
he was upstairs in
I know.
231, 232.
I didn't get him a chance to get over in that direction at
Yeah.
all. The whole con. That was the problem. Is it was just so off the beaten path for where my crap was.
Sure.
Stupid. I didn't see the cards getting destroyed on Saturday night.
Me neither. Dang it.
Yep. Would like to have.
That card holla.
Because it was a lot of fun last year. I enjoyed
Mhm.
it. Just did not happen. But yeah, so then that's cool that you don't get a chance to do everything you want to do because it gives you a chance, something to look forward to next year.
Yeah.
And also, you don't want to run yourself ragged at these cons because if you do, you end up being sick.
Yeah. You do anyways, get sick.
I feel fine.
I think I may have shaken too many hands, kissed too many babies.
That's probably the case.
Yeah.
Or kissed too many hands and
Shook too many babies.
Yeah.
And they puke up in your mouth.
It's gross.
So James says he wants to be a Klingon for that game, which I get. That's kind of James's gig. So, all right. Let's see who else I want to share this with. I only shared it a couple times.
So we get to play the paint dry game. It's a little humid in here today.
It is a little humid.
So the paint's drying slower than usual. So bear with me. I'm not being my normal self.
Let's go with, pull this back down. Yeah, it's drying super slow.
I blame you.
That's true.
So what games did you see? Anything outside that you didn't expect to see, or there was one for me that that I didn't know was coming out or heard nothing about it. It kind of snuck up on me.
The RPG?
For what?
The Renegade Game Studios RPG.
Well, I wasn't talking about that one, but that's a good one to talk about.
Well, I don't know anything about it. All they said is they announced that it's going to happen.
Well, they had the name of it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Overlight.
Overlight.
Mm-hmm.
There you have it. Overlight.
So
Dragonfire was there. I got a box.
You did?
I did get a copy
you
of
did
Dragonfire.
get a Dragonfire box.
So we'll be doing a Board Games and Beyond featuring Dragonfire soon.
Yeah, so I got a seal one. It's great.
Yep. And then we've got another one that was announced out there. Looked really good. Was Paramedic by Smirk and Dagger. Looked really cool.
And what else did they make? Do you recall?
And he put me around.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I couldn't because I saw that also, but I was trying to think of that, and I couldn't come up with anything myself. So I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
That's okay. My brain's not working right.
Well, I know it's not. Like I said, we're all fried here. So.
I'm trying to think. What other ones did I see? Oh,
they're not the same.
Frostgrave.
Archipelago.
Right, Archipelago.
Which is bizarre because it's Frostgrave, but it doesn't take place in the city of Frostgrave. It takes place on like jungle islands.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
And you're making a squad of like adventurers. You're not like doing so much the wizard and his group warband.
I didn't get.
You have like a wizard, a thief, a warrior, very focused adventurers. Because from what I could read, it looks a lot harder than it would be.
Really?
So I just looked up Smirk and Dagger. They have games called Biotics, Dead Last, Cutthroat Caverns, Nevermore, Dread Curse.
I've heard Nevermore.
Student Body. They got a whole slew of games here.
Well, there you have it, Johnny, dropping the knowledge. Hey, George, thanks for that compliment. We appreciate that. We're helping you put it all together to make he's starting a new Starfinder campaign. He said that we've helped a lot in.
Oh, awesome.
In bringing that up. People are asking what you're painting, Kurt.
This one right here is the Solarian, I believe, or Altronus, the iconic Kasatha Solarian. Just putting some base coats down now. Let me finish this up. I'll throw them up over there real fast. So y'all can kind of see them. And then I have the Isef, the iconic android operative drawing. I just put a little shade on Isef real fast. So
nice. All right.
Just grab a base. Some purples and some
Sunrise
reds.
Maiden. It's doing her thing. All right. Ooh, get out the way, Vesk.
Move, Vesk. Get out the way.
Get out the way. All right. Is there downloadable character sheets and ship sheets for Starfinder?
There are.
There are. I don't know the
and a lot of them are getting made every day. There's a lot of fan-made stuff. I keep sending myself links of things as they're getting made.
Mm-hmm.
The last one I saw that I downloaded was ship rolls. So everybody that has a role in the ship will have their own ship role kind of card also.
Like a card to put in front of them?
Yeah. So they have what their role is, and I believe it keeps track of what roles they can make during ship combat and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of just keeps everything in one coordinated area, and everybody knows what their role is.
That's pretty cool. If anybody has any of those links and would be willing to put them in the chat, that'd be great.
And if not, that's something I can throw up later also, as long as Rick reminds me, because I'm scatterbrained so much. But yeah.
What's up, Keith?
A lot of it, I think, is a lot of fan-made stuff, is what I'm seeing, which is cool. You know, that helps out their community and them because they don't have to do everything.
So some of the other things that I thought were really cool there, Renegade Games also announced Clank in Space, which is kind of interesting. And I look forward to being able to play that.
You're a big fan of Clank.
I am. I really do like Clank. It is a lot of fun. And this one is really cool because the board, instead of it being like two boards where you play one side is a easier version of the dungeon, flip it over, you got a harder version of the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
This comes with like square pieces or parts that you can flip over and mix and match, and it has like up to 43 or 44
really
different formulations that you can have, so the game can be different many different ways every time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I thought that was a really cool concept, and it's kind of like a giant xenomorph is like the dragon.
Okay.
So it definitely fits the space vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Flank a lot, actually. It's one I would like to play more of.
All right, I was going to throw this into another.
Don't throw it.
Ah, there it is.
Well, for me, the big announcement that I didn't know about was, and caught me off guard, I saw it when I was actually at a gaming table, and the news dropped, was the announcement of the Star Wars miniatures game.
Oh, yes. So Fantasy Flight Games announced Star Wars Legion, which is going to be pretty cool. the miniatures look like they're a size or two bigger.
Yeah, I want to say they couldn't.
I think they're like 35.
They couldn't give me a direct response. They said it's between 34 and 36 millimeter.
Yeah. Miniatures, and you're doing, again, it's basically Rogue One type but
Right.
You're going to put together your squads, and they also had some really cool, they had speeder bikes, and it's not the AT-AT or the ATST,
Right.
but it's the Rebel Alliance version that doesn't have the total encapsulated top on it, but you can see the Rebel guy on top of it, but it kind of has the ATST look. I can't remember what it's called. I use them in frickin' Star Wars Commander, the phone app I play.
And you don't even know?
I don't even know what they're called.
You're
I'm the worst.
You're the worst.
Will Star Wars be pre-painted? They
No,
will not.
they were not.
They will not be pre-painted. However, these are coming out with pre-painted versions.
They are.
Yes. So there's that. You'll be able to get your iconics pre-painted and to the color schemes that match the book better.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I agree. No. Gross. He's throwing his brush water on me.
That's what I do.
I don't deserve it.
It's true also. You really don't.
All right. Check out the demo by Team Covenant Demos. All right, yeah. So Keith, they already did a demo of Star Wars Legion?
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to get over there and actually see game being played. They were playing it, but I didn't have time to sit there and watch or stand there and wait for my turn kind of a situation. So, yeah, I'll definitely be checking that out.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Paint some little minis.
So I'm going to put some browns on this Sokai.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. To get his fur taken care of. Even though you can barely see any of his fur. It's covered with armor and this, like, atmospheric backpack and face mask. But,
But, you know.
we'll get what we can on here.
So, Johnny, is there anything that you saw at Gen Con that you that took your breath away? Anything that excited you?
No, really, it was my first Gen Con, so...
That's right.
The whole thing just took my breath away. To be honest, like, I went to that museum as well.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to be able to see the history of where the convention is, like, where it started, because they had a model of Horticultural Hall, which was the first place Gen Con took place in Lake Geneva. So to see how it started in this tiny, tiny little room and has grown to take over the convention center out there in Indianapolis and spilled over into Lucas Oil Stadium, it was that part was the coolest thing for me.
That's awesome.
Well, he is a nerd.
Yep, seriously. Remind me not to ask him a question again.
Right?
Jeez.
It's like, wow, we just got the whole history
I
of
didn't
Lucas
want-
Oil
I
Stadium.
didn't want any of that crap at all.
All right, so
Thanks, Johnny.
one of the funniest things about Gen Con for me, there's a couple. I had one of the funniest dinners with Johnny and Josh, but
Was that the one with the hats?
no.
Oh, that was the one about...
Well, we talked about a
yes,
certain thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that you're familiar with.
I know.
Yeah. So there'll be more of that coming, more intel. We're holding that a little close right now. But there was, the first day we get there, Johnny's like, I got to go over to the mall here real quick and get a watch. I'm like, don't you have a clock on your phone, dude? But he goes and gets himself a watch. So while he's off doing that, I'm sitting here wondering to myself, does he do is this something that he does like every time he goes to a new location and he wants
Gotta
to
get a watch?
No, that could be a thing,
I agree.
and I wouldn't judge him on that. But no, he just wanted a watch for, what was it for, John?
To tell time.
Huh. Weird. So,
How
of course,
How quaint.
so of course, Josh.
This is a fascinating story, by the way.
It's the best.
This is the story. This is the story right here, Johnny, that brings the viewers in.
So Josh.
I apologize, viewers.
So Josh then remembers from the movie The Ringer, one of the actors who's, got himself a new watch, and so Johnny became known and forever will be known as Johnny Watches.
Congratulations, Johnny.
Yep, he got a nickname at the show, Johnny Watches, and Johnny Mood Swings.
There was a very good reason for that.
Of course there is. I actually never knew that there was that much karaoke etiquette that needed to be followed.
It is known, Jon Snow.
But now it is known, and we will forever know that if they skip you or skip Johnny, he will give you daggers for eyes. He'll just stare at you wanting to murder you. So don't skip Johnny.
And once you make that choice to sing, man, the choice is there.
It was good, right, Trevor? That was a great story. Johnny Watches now, and Johnny Mood Swings.
Dear God, I've heard good stories in my day.
And this was not one of them.
This one did not fit the bill.
So James says he's picking up a used copy of Fantasy Flight Horus Heresy board game. Celine Spike is laughing at you, Johnny. It's not at us. It's obviously going to be at Johnny.
That makes sense.
Right. So.
It's okay. I'm used to being laughed at.
There you go. Now, a couple of the other things that were really cool to see at Gen Con, as always, is there were some good cosplays.
Yes.
There was, and what I can't really say which one was my favorite. I saw a really cool Yondu who was dressed like Mary Poppins with the umbrella and stuff. That was kind of cool.
I tell you, I like the guy that dressed up as James Bond from the GoldenEye Nintendo 64 game. So he had a giant paper mache head and giant paper mache hands with a gun in it, and the suit. It was perfect.
That is glorious.
Perfect.
That is glorious. I did not see that one.
I was very surprised.
But the other thing that I really enjoy is the artwork in Artist
Alley, yeah.
And a lot of the sculptures. There was this one where this guy sculpts, I don't know what he uses. I thought it was like maybe he took like fiberglass and just kind of weaved it out, but he had this like witch, like it looked like it was casting a spell like out like this, and it was like it was like this big, and it had this like wired frame thing, so it looked like there was like skulls flying through this like mist. That like I said, I thought he like took spun fiberglass to make this like wispy like gaseous form around it. It was sick. I was just like, what? I got a picture of it. I'll put it up for you guys here after this so you can see it. But I was just like floored.
Hey, Rick?
Yeah.
The artist's name was Doug Stanat. DUGSTANAT.
Okay.
For anyone who wants to check it out online.
Nice. Doug Stanat. There you go.
Again, that was part of my lament of I didn't get a chance to really get into Artist Alley very much at all this time around. No.
Yeah, there was some cool stuff. And, man, what was it? I mean, Dragonfire was there. That was pretty cool. I also picked up, man, they're called flat miniatures. They're like see-through little plastic. They're not miniatures like this. They're just flat, like two-dimensional. But they had some really cool game boards as well that are dry erase and stuff. I picked up a pack of those, which are really cool. Oh, and Games and Gears. Why? I don't understand why I haven't even talked about them yet. Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. So the brushes I'm using, I'm only using these brushes today.
You never gave me brushes to use.
Are Games and Gears brushes. So I've got the ones I usually use. They have the katana, the silicone tip.
Are they staying in a little bit better?
Yes, this is a new set. So as you can tell, they're much better at grabbing in there. But they had a Gen Con 50th gold.
Oh, cool.
Gold edition set.
Yeah.
Which have sizes triple lot, double lot, and single lot brushes, which are just like I want to say they're like these black black ones here, which are the older set that I had, which are triple, single, and double aught brushes as well. But they have the gold edition, and then they also had these master brushes here, which are advanced synthetics, which are 1, 2, and 3 size, and I used one to do the gray, gunmetal gray on the drone, and then so some really cool brushes from Games and Gears. They're really nice. They got some weight to them when you hold them.
They're essentially, they were made for travel brushes, right? That was essentially what their usefulness was, correct?
What's that?
They're made for travel brushes, is what
Yeah, they're made for travel brushes.
So yeah,
and they're really nice for that. So if you're going to go to your local, if you don't want to carry a lot of stuff with you, these are great to take with you on travel, because you literally have all the brushes you would need in these 3 packs. For the most part, yeah, because the silicone tipped one is really good for your dry or for your very fine detail parts. Celine, as far as ordering online, are you asking in regards to the brushes or to the Starfinder miniatures? I am painting the Sunrise Maiden and the Sokai Mechanic with his drone, and you're doing the Solarian and the Android operative. But as far as them being available online, I'm sure that they will be. So keep an eye out. But also, because we always want you all to support your local game store, go to your local game store, ask them when they will have the Ninja Division Starfinder approved licensed miniatures available. Get that start that dialogue with your retailer so that you know when they'll be available and can pick them up or you can pre-order them.
Yeah, take it from me. Coming from a retailer background, the more people that tell you. They tell me that they want a product, the more chances of them actually bringing it in. If they wait till the last minute and ask, where's that product that came out last week, chances of them coming in are less. So yeah, let them know that you're super excited about that you want to see it brought in so that they know that put it on their radar for them.
Yeah.
Know what I mean, Rick?
I do.
Good.
Also, the other good thing about Gen Con is the eats. Going out to eat.
All the eats?
Yeah.
What was your favorite place this time around, Rick?
Hooters. It was right next to the hotel. Made it real easy.
You're a child.
So Hooters. The Palomino was a good restaurant. And of course Morton Steakhouse. We went to Morton Steakhouse one night. We actually had invited you, but you were playing D&D on the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
So missed that meal.
Yeah, I did.
That was a good meal.
Meals come and go. But you can just try and play on the 50-yard the next time.
Quick, slightly off-topic question. As I've been DMing a Pathfinder game, anyone know where I can find a guild to spells? As my party has been having a hard time working out known spells, preparing spells, and spell slots. Find a guild for spells. You have an answer for that?
I don't understand the question.
Adam, can you give it a little bit more clarity? Like a guild putting the guild in the world so that they can go and they can acquire new spells? Or are you saying, is there a place, like a group or a Facebook group or something that talks about the spells?
Precisely.
Yeah. A guide. Okay, a guide.
So he means like a written guide.
Yeah.
On how to prepare and get spells?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the
Advanced Player's Guide, I think,
maybe,
has some content on there.
yeah. I'm trying to think of what information he's trying to look for. Looking for like better descriptions of how preparing spells work, or an actual formula of how to learn spells from people, kind of thing. Is that the kind of the question? Because based on that, I think the player's guide is still your number one resource, and then from there maybe the game master's guide to see if they have anything in there. Forums. Forums are a good choice.
Yeah, that's actually
also
a great thing. Paizo, on the Paizo forums, you can go there and find pretty much anything. And if you're in the Paizo group, or Pathfinder RPG group here on Facebook, that group has so much knowledge in there that they would be probably willing to help you out as well.
Dropping knowledge bombs?
Yeah, they'll drop knowledge bombs quick. But again, one of the things that you can do is just use it as an opportunity for role playing. If a wizard is advancing in level and hasn't been subjected to a new spell, make it an opportunity for them to go to, they have to go find a local wizard who is of higher level, more learned, if you will, and see if that wizard would be willing to teach them a new spell when their spell slots open up. That's always. I think that's kind of how you do it with us. We have our downtime, and we have to describe to Kurt what we're going to do in our game in our downtime.
And sometimes it's not always available.
Right.
If their downtime is in a cave for a month, chances of them finding a wizard, not so great.
Yeah. So there's that opportunity. If you're the DM, seed a scroll or a spell book, like if another adventuring party remains are in a dungeon, seed a spell book that might have 1 or 2 spells of the next level that that mage or whomever is going to advance to. All right, anything you can do to help make it more of a role playing opportunity makes it for a better game.
I agree.
All right, James, have a good afternoon. Thanks for stopping in, and happy birthday, sir.
Oh,
it is James's birthday.
Happy birthday, dude.
He's looking for uses per day and known spells as the chart in the core rulebook doesn't tell you. All right. That's okay, Adam. Any question is good.
Yeah.
If you have more questions like that, make sure you're following us also on Building Character, where we do talk about where we do character builds for different games, and we are going to be doing Starfinder again this Friday. We're going to have another guest in to build their character, so that should be a lot of fun. But don't worry about it. There's no deviation. Everybody in this group is super awesome and would be willing to also drop some knowledge as well. So, that's what we're trying to do, build that community here so that you don't have to be shy or scared to ask a question, even if it's not about what we're currently working on.
Most times we won't even answer. The people in the group will answer for us.
Yeah, way before we get to it. They're fast. All right. So I think I may be able to put another coat real quick before the end. Because again, it is kind of humid in here today, so the paint is not drying as fast as we normally like it to.
Which is immediate.
Right, we want it to dry immediately and be ready for the next coat.
We want it flash dry.
So also, again, if you guys are enjoying this, and we really hope that you are, we know that we can also go off on tangents about random stuff.
I have never gone off on a tangent.
Oh my God, please. Whatever you do, don't ever bring up Jar Jar Binks.
I don't know what that
tangent. But yes, if you're enjoying what we're doing here, please like it. Like the broadcast, like our page, share our content, because if you like it, I'm sure you have friends that also enjoy what we're doing. As I said, we're trying to build a good community here of fellow gamers that enjoy the hobby that brought us up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
keep posting questions, keep helping out the community, just get involved with talking with everybody. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I said, that's what we want to do. And go to your local hobby shop, help the communities there as well.
Yeah, and if you are new to painting or just getting into it, a lot of your hobby stores and game stores have paint workshops or painting stations, and there will already be, especially if they have a Warhammer community or any miniature war community, Malifaux, whatever. There's going to be painters there, and they usually are really good about answering questions. So don't be scared to ask for advice or help. And again, it's all about that community. So there we go. Yeah, I was able to get another.
There you go. Here, you can throw that up and give me that one now.
This bad boy. All right. The operative. Oh, good job, dude.
Coming along. Hey, this guy.
Take that guy. We'll put the operative up there. Looks good. Kurt is an ultra smurf.
I don't know what that means.
Craig says they'll be starting a new D&D game soon. Kurt is an ultra smurf. Adam, look at the Ultimate Magic book for Pathfinder. That's right. Yeah.
There we go.
That's a good answer. Good job. Jar Jar Binks equals he who shall not be named. My husband and I have a lot. We have Warhammer mostly, and I just picked up War Machine. Nice.
Cool.
So that's, I mean, all good games.
Yeah, I mean, that was in the War Machine store while I was there, too, looking at all their good stuff. 'Cause that's a game that I haven't fully gotten into yet, is actually War Machine or Hordes. But thinking that it's getting closer to that time.
To start them out?
Yeah, thinking about it.
All right, cool.
Not that I need another game to start.
Right. So this week, Thursday, we'll be back at 2 p.m. and we'll be continuing to paint our Starfinder minis by Ninja Division. Make sure you check out Ninja Division here on Facebook and on their website. Just Google Ninja Division and they'll come right up for you. So follow them, like them as well. They've got a lot of cool products coming out. And they also have some other Paizo Pathfinder miniatures that they just put out. They were exclusive to Gen Con.
Okay.
I think we might take a look at those too maybe next week.
Sure.
But so Dynamite Comics and Paizo did a crossover comic thing where you had Tarzan, Edgar Rice Burroughs is
yeah. That's right. We did
Red
see those.
Sonja, John Carter of Mars,
yep.
and one of the Martians with the 4 arms. So there's 4 miniatures: Tarzan, Red Sonja, John Carter of Mars, and one of the Martians with the 4 arms. And I got a copy of those, one of each.
Sweet.
And we can paint those up. And like I said, and if you want to read about them, check out the Dynamite Comics and their crossover. And again, Ninja Division made some miniatures, because at the back of each one of those comic books that focus on the individual characters is a character sheet for Pathfinder for that
character,
for Tarzan,
Stop
for Red
it.
Sonja, for John Carter of Mars. So it's some really
I
cool.
wonder what John Carter's stats would look like.
I don't know. He's super strong on Mars.
Yes. Does this
can
campaign
jump.
take place on Mars or take place on the Pathfinder world?
I don't know.
Takes place on Mars. He's just a dude. He's just a dude's gonna get smoked by the first orc he sees.
Right. So check those out and pick out those comics as well. They're really cool, and it just adds another little piece of flavor for your game if you want to throw Tarzan in there.
I think Tarzan can mess some stuff up.
I think so too.
In the right, I mean, if he's in the plains,
maybe not.
he's gonna be in a world of trouble.
Right.
You put that dude in a jungle,
Yeah, rock star.
nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Maybe sing some
Thark.
Phil Collins.
Thark.
Maybe
These are
sing some
the
Phil
aliens.
Collins songs. That'll do it.
Yeah, yeah, oh, absolutely. It's Phil Collins songs make everything better.
Well, because it was Tarzan.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
I know. I know what you're saying.
Pay attention.
Ugh. All right, so that's kind of what we'll be doing this week. And then Friday, building character, we're going to, again, take another look at Starfinder. We're going to have another class being built. So it'll be fun.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is my excited face. Because we finished our ship last week, right?
We did. We did finish the ship. We just had to put it on all the things. So what we got to do is we got to make put it down on the sheet.
Yep.
And then make it available for everybody to look at.
And we also got to get the polls up
Yes.
for the name of the ship.
For the name of the
and
ship.
I think we'll get that up maybe this afternoon if you remind me.
Oh, I know that we had, the
The Gen Con blinders.
no, what was that one? Jim. Yeah, the
Oh, the
Hindon
Hindon
Tannic, which is not the. No, I think we went with the Oriole, didn't we?
Oh, that's
we did go with the Oriole.
Yeah.
So the Hindon Tannic, I think, is going to be a nemesis ship, a
It's gonna be the
goblin ship.
Yeah, buddy.
That has scrapped a couple very well-known ships and made one big mess. Mega ship of nasty. It should be a lot of fun.
Good stuff.
All right. So, again, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for sharing and liking all of our content here on all of our social media. I'm your host, Rick. This has been Painting Happy Little Minis with...
You can say my name. It's all right.
I kind of want him to say it
Okay,
every
do
once in a while. Kurt, who apparently does have con crud based on your lower third there. So, have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll see you Thursday.
Bye, guys.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.